Core field stabilized. Want to turn up the heat? We gotta move.
Welcome to State of the Game. It is February 13th, 2013. I'm JP McDaniel, your host on the show. As usual, we do have Artosis. And once again, filling in this week, our two guests are going to be mOOnGLaDe and Doa. How are you guys doing? Artosis, you've been doing yoga, apparently.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's awesome. I'm the worst at yoga anyone has ever seen. I am the least bendable. It's actually really weird. It's like kind of gross if you really think about what it means about the inside of my body and what sitting in a chair for 15 years has done to me. But I've always wanted to like experiment with like getting more healthy in certain ways. I'm finally at a place in my life where I'm not, you know, like I used to just train and have no money all the time in StarCraft 1. And StarCraft 2 was like so busy. And now I'm like getting to try some of these other things that I think would actually be really smart and really intelligent things for people to try. But I want to try them first before I'm like, everyone should do this or be healthy in this way to help with gaming. Because I'm like playing a lot of StarCraft and I'm trying to figure out some of these things because, you know, like being like bendable and stretchable and healthy and things actually that would help you in a multitude of circumstances as a pro gamer, like you know, long hours sitting in a chair, stamina at an event, things like that. So Caldor and I joined, you know, and it's hilarious. He's pretty bad too, but I think he's a little bit better than me. But it's like a class full of older Korean women, and they giggle at us, and it is awesome. It's so much fun. I'm terrible, but I did my second class today, and I'm going to keep doing it twice a week and see how good I can get at yoga. I'm enjoying it, though.
That's all great, Dan, but the important question is, did you let one rip in class? Were you that guy?
No, but every now and then I go, as the yoga instructor like bends my body into the right position, and that's always funny. And no, it's pretty great, man. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. I'll get back to everyone because I think that this is something that, you know, just being like more bendable and stuff is something that pro gamers probably need.
The day that you can get tasteless, in control, who else would be really funny doing yoga? Maybe me.
Those would be pretty fun. Oh God, JP. Yes,
the
you would.
Three of us doing yoga at some event. Then I guess I will have to owe you something for that. I don't know what it is.
I'm trying to imagine Sake doing yoga because I've never seen him not in shorts and a hoodie.
That's a good
so like I'm trying to imagine him do that in shorts and a hoodie.
Wait, did you wear special attire for this? Did you go get some yoga pants? Is that what you're saying?
No, I wore my Eastro sweatpants. That's what I always wear to the gym. So I just wear that in a t-shirt.
Okay, all right. Well, good luck, I guess, in your yoga activities in the future, Dan. We wish you well. We'll all be cheering for you. mOOnGLaDe, what's going on with you, man?
Not much. It's Valentine's Day here, so happy Valentine's Day from Australia.
Oh yeah, it's already B-Day there.
Shout out to my girlfriend for letting me do this in the middle of our day, but it's all good.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. She likes this, so it's good. And
cool.
Yeah, I just been playing HOTS and just chilling out, pretty much as Aussies do.
We had one of the tweets to me was asking for you to talk kind of what's going on right now in Australian esports. Are there any events coming up, or are there any LANs or anything like that?
Probably in like a month or two, we got ACL starting up again. I forgot what ACL stands for. It's like Australian Cyber League or something like that. And it's kind of like an MLG for Australia. And it has like 3 stops in Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne. And there's a finals after that. So it's kind of like the most consistent tournament we have. Besides that, we have the Heart of the Swarm launch coming up. That's in Melbourne. That's going to be really good. They haven't announced the players or the casters yet, but it should be good. It's going to have a couple of good players there, I'm sure. And yeah, I mean, we have a bunch of online tournaments and stuff, and SC2C.com is kind of our hub where all the tournaments are. So if anyone wants to check out what the C scene is like. yeah, go there. But that's pretty much the Australian scene at the moment.
Cool, cool. Did you have they casted your match yet for Sin versus yourself?
Hasn't even been played yet.
Hasn't even been played.
Sen and me are on like opposite sleeping patterns. I like wake up during the day and play till night and sleep, and he like wakes up at night and plays all night and sleeps all day.
Okay.
But I think he had some Valentine's Day stuff because we were going to play yesterday, but he was busy, so it'll be happening very soon.
Are you well prepared for the match?
Yeah,
As prepared as you can be?
as prepared as it can be. It's kind of ZVZ at the moment is kind of gross because it's just Muta Wars, and so it's very it's more knife edge than it would be if it was Roach Wars. So it's scary, but it should be fine. I've been practicing it.
Do you think you have an advantage playing ZVZ for a qualifying round, more so than people that have to play like a ZVT or a ZVP or anything like that?
I think it depends on the player. I usually love my ZVTs. And Heart of the Swarm it's a lot different. Yeah, I guess it really depends on the players. I mean, I got Sen. And Sen is like 6'6" Zerg compared to any other Zerg in like the qualifier, I'm sure. So we'll see. I feel alright.
Well,
That'll be some good games.
well, we'll be cheering for you. Good luck in the match. Well, I'll be cheering. Dan's like this perennial Sin fanboy, so I don't.
It's deserved.
I'm
I'm
a-
stuck in
yeah.
Sen. I watch his stream, and he's really interesting, and he's got his own ideas about everything, so it's really fun to watch.
Well, we'll be cheering for you regardless. So, Doa, what have you been
Thanks.
up to, man? Playing a lot of League of Legends, I assume.
Not really, actually.
Oh,
I don't
changing
actually
things
play a
up.
lot. To honestly, like I've been playing a ton of Heart of the Swarm, man. I mean,
Sick.
it's with League, all my casting prep can kind of be done out of game. I mean, I usually,
good point.
if I'm kind of curious about a champion, like how some ability interacts or something, then I'll play some games, and it's fun to play. But honestly, man, it's been like almost all Heart of the Swarm for me. I don't know when I'm gonna cast StarCraft 2 next, but I'm just having so much fun with the beta that I don't know, I just have to keep playing it and doing my my stream a couple times a week for Doa Clan, and like nobody watches, but that's not really the point. It's just kind of for fun, man. I mean, it's
Do you get
just
a lot
like,
of people showing up that that want to play?
yeah, totally. We have a couple hundred people in the group, and there's always people online practicing and playing like all hours a day. So yeah, it's never a problem like finding people to play, and we've always got like a couple obs in there as well. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just I just kind of started it as a something for people to kind of get together and practice with each other. And I'm like, well, I should probably stream it too. But honestly, like when I stream, it goes up against like IPL and like all the like inside the game studio or whatever.
Oh,
and,
man.
and so it's like
Tuesdays.
no. So nobody's
Tuesdays
gonna
are
pick
insane
this
now.
over watching like legitimate pros play, but it's not really the point. It's just kind of like the point is to kind of have fun with Heart of the Swarm. So, and I have definitely been doing that. So mission successful, man. It's awesome.
What is the best way for people to? They just join the channel, they join the clan, or how can people get involved
Yeah.
with that if they want to play?
Well, the
With you.
clan is full.
Oh, there's a
as
cap on
people-
that.
Yeah, it's only 50 people can be in the clan, so it's kind of first come first serve for that, and we've got like a couple people in like Karn from Korea here is in the clan, and like both the Pro League casters in her and Wolf's in the clan, but like we have like a full clan, but then the group has unlimited spots. So if you want to join the group, you can just join Desert Oasis Practice on Heart of the Swarm, and anyone can join the group. It's public. And then you'll always know when people are online. I know
I
Dan's
gotta-
like, why did he say
listen.
those words?
I love though how clever you are with it, like calling it Desert Oasis, so it doesn't seem like it's actually just your clan. Because in StarCraft 1, like the channel was Artosis, like that's where you went. Like there was no fucking around, man. It's all about me. That's very clever though.
Well,
So,
I feel like Desert Oasis is my map anyway. It like belongs to me now. I've got
you
squatters.
can have
rights,
it.
I
No
think,
one
at
else
this
wants
point.
it, Doa. Like
Like I said, I'm claiming squatters rights on Desert Oasis, man. It's my map. But I feel bad
Like
for you, Dan. Like if you're ever trapped in like a plane crash in the desert or something, and someone like, look, is that a Desert Oasis over there? We'd be saved. Dan would be like, no, we're not going anywhere near that.
And then the
So-
people that go over there, Hellions just run in and kill all the drones that are natural. So I'm like, well, thank God I didn't go over there as I die in the heat.
Fuck that
true.
map, man. Fuck that.
Either
map.
way, come to Desert Oasis practice on Heart of the Swarm, Battle.net. It's a lot of fun. We play a lot
Someone
of
should make a rival clan called Kulos Ravine. Then you two
Yeah.
should have some clan battles.
Or Daybreak.
map.
It'd be like the good map versus the worst map.
That's true. Maybe Daybreak would be a good one. Well, let's get on to some news, guys. We have a lot of news. There's nothing going on right now in the scene, so most of the news actually comes from the one news segment we have comes from last week. But it was announced that Rob Simpson would be leaving Blizzard. It's something that he actually kind of kept to himself for the most part. No one really inside the industry knew that he was going to be leaving. He's now working for Red Bull. I believe he started on Tuesday. So pretty interesting change. Rob's obviously been at Blizzard for, I don't know, since 3 or 4 years, pretty much since they had an esports department. So I just wanted to see what you guys think about this, how you feel about Red Bull picking up people for an actual esports team, and if this is going to be kind of a blow to Blizzard, or if things are just going to continue on moving forward like they always have been. So, Dan, what do you think?
Well, I mean, Rob is great, so obviously it's sad for Blizzard, but they have a lot of great guys over there in esports, so I think they'll be fine. It's really good to see just Red Bull pick up someone that actually knows esports, because, I mean, it's great what they're already doing. Like, they sponsor StarTale, and then they do some stuff with Day9, and that's both really worthwhile, but Rob brings in more expertise, I'm certain, than anyone else that works there, so he can help direct their funds and their marketing, and maybe just help out other really great things in StarCraft. So
yeah.
Doa,
what do you think?
I mean, it's good.
Do we know for sure it's an esports thing? I thought it said just like a media position, but
Yeah,
I mean, you can assume
it
that
has
what
to
else?
do with
is.
esports.
But
Yeah, it's not like he's going to go over there and start DJing or anything. Like,
I don't
he's
know
going over
if he's
there.
like going to be hired to be the guy to like push the other dude out of the like hot air balloon in the stratosphere or something. That's maybe
Well,
what
if
he's
so,
doing,
man,
but
he's got a sick gig.
I know. Yeah. Either way, it's going to be good
That'd be
for him. But yeah,
Terrifying.
well, it's more terrifying if you're the guy falling out, I think. But
Just going up that high, man. I don't know. Couldn't watch it. That's just
be
me.
fun, man. It'll be StarTale Bomber jumping out of that thing next. But
That'd be scary.
I think it's awesome. I mean, just like what Dan said, I mean, if Red Bull's like making a serious, like legit push into esports, Rob's going to be a great person to have there. So yeah, I'm sure he's going to do good work.
mOOnGLaDe, what do you think?
Yeah, I've only really had a chance to meet Rob Simpson, I think twice.
Yeah, you don't
Like,
really. I
very-
guess being in Australia, you don't really. deal with
Yeah.
Rob
I
that
met him
much.
at WCS, and I met him last year, year before BlizzCon. So yeah, but he was really helpful and really cool guy. So I hope he keeps doing StarCraft stuff at Red Bull. And yeah, it's a shame Blizzard lost such a good guy, but see what happens. Is he still gonna cast like MLG or anything like that?
I would assume not. I mean, the MLG casters for
Yeah.
Dallas have been announced. He wasn't on the
Yeah,
list,
that's true.
so I honestly think that he did that for other reasons rather than enjoying it. To be honest.
Oh really?
I mean, that's for him to say. That's probably just more speculation on my part. but-
Well, to go to these events on behalf of Blizzard and then do some casting is actually smart, because
Yeah.
the best way to learn esports is to do esports. Like, you're not actually going to understand what it's like to work in esports unless you actually put in the hours and be like, wow, this is so tiring or something, So,
it's a good point.
if he
Good
brings
point.
that same type of drive and work ethic to Red Bull, that's great.
And I also, it was interesting to me because kind of the majority of what Rob did at Blizzard, at least from my knowledge, was do a lot of the tournament administration there and run a lot of the Blizzard events like that. And he's also really knowledgeable just about that in general. So maybe they're going to start doing more at Red Bull in that regard with more tournaments rather than just these LAN events. Maybe we'll see yet another online something come out of Red Bull where right now it's already so crowded in that market. I don't know if that would be a smart decision, but Red Bull's got lots of money, so if they bring some of that into esports, then why the hell not? Why the hell not? So
That'd be good.
that's all for news. Nothing's going on. Is there anything else that you guys?
Dude, well, I'm just waiting for us to get into HOTS
Dude,
discussion, but you go ahead and do the show how you like.
Should we skip the tournament section and just go straight into HOTS?
We should talk a little bit about the GSL stuff.
Okay,
We should, because GSL is really
Sure.
important,
sure.
and it's the best.
All right, well let's talk about some tournament stuff. GSL. Well, before we even get to GSL, real quick, the CSL Grand Finals are this weekend, and they're getting a pretty good amount of press, and a lot of it is due to Zubu's interest or Zubu's, I guess, sponsorship of this event. It is a $80,000 tournament for StarCraft 2 with a $40K first place prize, which is a huge amount. Granted, that goes to a team, a school, and not a singular person, but it is an incredible initiative, I think, here in the U.S. to have kind of a collegiate level, and it's not just like they have 10 teams. They have an insane amount of teams registering for this thing and playing in this tournament. So
no, it's fantastic, man.
It's completely
so
awesome. Yeah.
I'm so excited about it. Like, it was cool and exciting before, but now it feels like it has more professionalism. Especially when I saw Korea had some schools doing it, I'm like, whoa, this is getting real. Where, like, imagine if that is actually something you go to school. It's like, if the CSL becomes big enough, then there can be more talented people that give pro gaming like a legitimate shot, because a lot of people won't do, like, for instance, what I did, where I'm like, well, screw you, family, I'm just going to go do this thing and not even try school. People can actually go to school, which make their parents happy, and then join this special sports team, this StarCraft team, and, you know, get some matches and get better and train with their friends and stuff, and, like, then actually see, like, well, look, I'm actually killing it. I'm like the MVP of my school, you know, and maybe it's time for me to hit a couple MLGs. And so I feel like this is nothing but good. This is like such a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, look at all these teams right now. If you're watching on the audio thing, you can check into the video. But there is 16 of the red conference. How many blue conferences? And then another 16. There's a European division and an Asian division. Each one has anywhere from 8 to 10 teams in each one. That is an insane amount of teams here. It is almost just an amateur kind of scene, and it's something. There are also a lot of pros involved in this. Let's see, it's on the front page here. We've had players like Anti-Mage, of course. He made a couple of MLG showings. QX used to play for Harvey Mudd in this. In Control, I'm not sure how many games he played. Maybe back in the Brood War days for Oregon State. Tyler once played for Duke. So they do have some big names. Some community members are also in here, and the casters this weekend. I think Day 9's going to be there, and I think it's Trisha Megumi Expert or Megami Expert is going to be the other caster. So it's getting a lot of recognition. And wasn't it supposed to be in Korea and they had it changed back to a United States?
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, there were Korean universities playing like last week or something. I saw some post about it, which was awesome. That's what I meant.
Yeah, there are in the Asian division here. You can scroll down. There's a lot of. They play a lot of matches too. There's a lot of different teams here, so
that's pretty awesome.
Pretty
man.
cool stuff.
If like a college near my home, like had a StarCraft team when I was of that age, I probably wouldn't have dropped out so quickly. You know what I mean?
I guess that's true. I guess that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Doa mOOnGLaDe, what do you guys think?
I think
awesome.
even there was a New Zealand CSL thing going on too. I remember my New Zealand teammate was playing it with his university. So yeah, it went pretty far and wide. And I think it's a great step in the right direction. I mean, it's really awesome, and I hope it continues, because it's getting us more fans, right? Getting all these students into it, and it's not like they have to give up their lives to do it or anything like that. And yeah, I think it's really smart, and it's a good idea, and I hope it keeps going.
Saying here that the venue capacity is 400 people. They don't really have any.
Where is it? It's in LA?
It is in LA. I'm trying to find. It's on Wilshire Boulevard. Wow.
It is the
Peterson.
Peterson Automotive Museum.
Interesting. So.
Interesting.
On the fourth floor, I guess we'll see.
Interesting.
See how that
Kinda
goes. Yeah,
weird.
it's really interesting, guys.
That's interesting, guys.
It looks like a cool venue.
I'm trying to see how much
Got
it
a
is
picture
for
of it.
entry.
Actually, the WCS Australia was kind of in like some sort of train museum or something.
Yeah, that was weird too, but it was kind of cool.
It was kind of
It was
interesting.
funky. It was funky.
Yeah.
It was a nice. It was a nice
funky.
venue.
Yeah, it was.
Had good internet.
So admission's
That's
free. If you live in the LA area, go check it out.
That's awesome.
Day 9, Megumi X Bear, then the 2 CSL casters, Cheesehead Logic, and Alpha Ferg. It's an interesting name. So go check it out if you live in the LA area.
Better name than JP McDaniels, I tell you
Yeah,
that.
it is.
Oh, his first name is Ferguson, so he's the Alpha Ferg. I see.
Is
Ah.
There you go. If anyone wondered, that's who the Alpha Ferg is.
Thanks, Doa.
that was
I've got the
interesting.
thread open, so.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, they even have. Suppy's actually going to be playing this weekend. Okay, he's playing for
Oh, sick.
for Berkeley.
Wow.
Let's see if there's any other.
They might
Kawhi
go ahead
Rice
and
will-
win, man.
Oh, that's right. So
Yeah.
the University of Washington was the team that like boot camped over the winter break for like 2 weeks with Kawhi Rice on it. So they're taking it pretty serious.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
Rice is good too. I haven't seen him in a long time though.
I like how the Korean university has 2 players on their teams that are just barcodes. One is like one's
That's
four-
so funny.
one's
You're
like
right.
14 barcodes and one's like 16 barcodes. Oh man, well,
And they're
knows?
probably going to win the whole thing,
yeah,
man.
they're gonna win the
Yeah.
whole event, man. They're gonna win the whole event.
Barcodes,
Team
man.
Supermarket's going to take out everybody.
Oh god,
What's gonna happen when a barcode like shows his face in public, though? I don't know. This doesn't happen very often.
I know.
What do you call them?
We'll call him a
Person.
barcode. I don't
He's
know.
gonna just be on
Barcode.
stream and he's gonna be all blurred out.
There was
Exactly.
actually there's a guy on the Korean ladder that's ID is in Korean barcode, and I always look at it and wonder, is he trying to be clever, or did his friend tell him to make his ID a barcode and he fucked up? I always wonder about that guy.
It's so funny.
Oh man! All right, let's move on to the GSL. First off, you guys are getting or have a new studio. Dan, is it already all moved
We're
in? or-
getting a new studio. It's being made still.
Okay.
Wow.
Have
Dang,
you
man.
have you been in the facility yet?
No, I haven't been there yet. It's
So-
in like a really good area though, like a super popular area. Way more people in Gangnam than in Mokdong, like infinitely so. Gangnam's like basically the busiest part of Seoul, and this is like very close to COEX Mall, which is just super popular. A lot of foreigners go there. It's like one of the nicest malls in Korea. So yeah, I mean, the location is going to be way better than the Mokdong studio.
So, do you know what floor? How many floors are you guys taking over in this building? Do you know?
I actually think we're taking a big chunk, but don't quote me. From what I understand, we're taking a big chunk of that building, but
Sick.
for offices as well as the thing. But I'm not 100% because they've been playing around with exactly what they want to do. We were looking like at a lot of different spots and eventually decided on that. So I'm not 100% sure.
And do you know the final move-in date? Has that been?
I think they said it's always been March that we were going to go. So I
Okay.
think they said like March 18th or something will be our first games there, which sounds about right. It's like our season ends March 9th for Code S, and they're trying to like line it up so that we can kind of just start
start it
fresh
up.
there.
Cool. Well, we will have to see what that looks like on the inside because obviously
It'll be a
going-
lot nicer because right
Is
now
it?
we're actually in the second floor of a high school. So-
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
It's true.
I've heard of people
It's
that have
kind
gone
of
over there,
weird.
and I was
is
like,
a little weird.
so what was it like going to the GOM TV studio? And they're like, well, I didn't really know where I was going, so we went on this like back road into the went through a
Yeah.
bunch of like classrooms and stuff, and then
Like-
went upstairs.
And the area
like-
it's in is really a family area. Like Mokdong is basically where all the doctors and rich people live to raise their families. So there's like, it's terribly boring. There's nothing around. Whereas the GOM studio, like you can have a great day in Gangnam and just run down to the GOM studio and then have a great night in Gangnam. Whereas Mokdong is like a desolate wasteland of fun.
Yeah, I agree.
It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys have been there. They know.
I've been there.
Yeah. I used to live
Is
in
it actually-
Mokdong.
Is it easier to get to this venue compared to Mokdong's? Because you kind of had to like catch a train and walk for a while. Then you
Yeah,
find
this
the high
one-
school.
This one's like a couple minutes out of the subway stop, whereas the Mokdong one is like 5-10 minute walk with like funny directions, and then
Yeah,
unless you see the
yeah.
GOM
In
sign, you
terms-
might get lost.
In terms of like getting around Korea, like Mokdong is actually like really out of the way. It's like way on the western edge of the city, so Gangnam is like so much better of a location. It's gonna
Yeah,
be.
it's
I'm
kind of
really
like
looking forward to seeing those
center
games there.
southern. It's
Yeah.
it's actually a big move, and our studio is going to look a lot better. And like GOM is taking it like really seriously because we started up
good.
a few years ago, and who knows how it could have gone, and it went well, and it keeps going better, and here we are moving into like a way better studio. So it's going to be fantastic.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about the tournaments you guys got going on. Before we get to Code A and Code S, we had some news come out today about the GSTL that I don't understand why it was big
Well,
news.
let's talk about
but-
GSTL first, JP. It's going to be Heart of the Swarm,
Yeah,
which is awesome.
yeah.
I'm so excited about that. As soon as I heard that they were going to start Heart of the Swarm, because That's what I'm doing now. So, yeah.
All right, so we
I'm
talked
gonna
about
I
the
guess that's all we have to
GSTL.
say about
Yeah.
those games. All right, let's go into your drama stuff.
Into my drama stuff. This is the community's drama. Why is this drama to begin with? Why is Eve playing against Aphrodite a dramatic event for people?
Okay, I think let me boil this down, right? For anyone who doesn't know, they're both female pro gamers.
And then you
What
just
it-
stop talking. I'm like, what?
What it no, what it means is neither team is playing cutthroat to win. So I guess that probably has people upset about it.
Yeah.
It's meant to be kind of a
That's my
show match
guess.
anyway, though, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
it's-
this being presented as like not a serious tournament
Yeah,
anyway, really? So,
exactly, which is why that's kind of what we're seeing. Like,
Yeah.
and the prize pool is 3 million won for first place, which is approximately like 2.8 thousand USD
Yeah.
for an entire team for first place. So it's like, I'm not sure how amazingly hard they're going to try the matches. I think it's going to be a lot of new kids coming out and trying some like fun strats and stuff like that. So it's not going to be as legit as some other tournaments, but it's still going to be good.
Is that because the fact that Pro League is just kind of the big thing over there right now in terms of a team aspect, Dan, or is it just because that's how GSTL has always been?
Well, no, GSTL normally is really amazing and everyone tries hard and it's like a sick tournament. But we're trying to wait for Heart of the Swarm, but we need to get GSTL started anyways because it was like scheduled for this. So we're just kind of doing Heart of the Swarm like exhibition style, get that content out there, and the real GSTL will start up. But the two don't, I mean, they might interfere with each other somewhat, but it's like two different leagues. I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. And in fact, you could probably argue that as of right now, GSTL has higher level players on average.
I'd agree.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's kind of like the preseason too, right? It's not even like the actual GSTL
Yeah.
season. It's
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna
don't
be a lot of
know
fun.
if this really counts towards anything, but
Yeah. Who cares? They're going to be playing Heart of the Swarm. It's going to be awesome.
yeah.
I reckon
I'm
it'd
going
be
to
a
watch
good show
every
match.
single one of those games.
Eve versus Aphrodite. It'd be like actually interesting, I think, to see how these girls have gone.
Could
And see if they've been practicing pretty hard, what the skill level's at.
Isn't
get to play
Aphrodite a
Protoss?
better player? In general, hasn't she performed better than... Because we haven't even really seen Eve play any matches.
We
has
saw
she?
Eve play one match.
Yeah.
Was that
One
against Sniper?
Terrible, terrible match, yeah.
I would definitely give Aphrodite the edge. But remember when Eve played that match, she had been practicing Protoss for months, but they didn't let her play
don't-
Toss because she had signed up for Terran under their team roster.
I don't know.
So
I don't know about that.
It's going to be a PvP, supposedly. What do you think of that,
Alright.
Dan? PvP.
I thought Aphrodite
It's going to be a
was
PvP.
Yeah,
think
because
it's-
Aphrodite's Protoss too, isn't she?
Oh,
I think we're going to see,
Thought she
like,
was.
I don't know. That will be... All right, I'm glad it's the same race, though. That actually makes it a little bit more interesting.
Well, I'm sure when it happens, we'll all get to read about it because it'll be #1 on Reddit once again when that match is played. So, moving on to actually talk about some Code A stuff. I think last night was probably the most talked about night, simply because the match between Ryung and Flash, was it game 2 that was people were going crazy about? Doe, I know you
Yeah.
watched it, right?
I went back and watched that game this morning because people had talked about it a lot. It was pretty cool. It ended up in a big kind of huge air battle, but I don't know. There's a lot of really neat strategic moves going on both sides of that. Dan can probably do a better job explaining it. Have you seen that game? Yeah.
I didn't get to see the whole thing, but
Oh,
I
okay.
watched a chunk of it at the end.
It was cool. Like it was very back and forth. Like Ryung or Flash could have taken it for a long time into the game. It ended up being like 45 minutes or something like that. But it was definitely one of the better TVTs in a while.
Well, I also want to point something out about Flash right now, because I know there's a lot of Flash fanboys out there and a lot of people that hate Flash fanboys. But let's just... Isn't he #1 on HOTS ladder right now on Grandmaster?
I saw
Supposedly.
that.
Someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in Hot's ladder. Oh.
Yeah. Not just that, but Ryung's best matchup is TVT, and he 2-0'd him last night. I'm like,
Yeah.
in Wings of Liberty,
That's pretty remarkable, yeah.
Flash is getting pretty good, guys. This is getting a little bit scary. It's almost time for no one else to
Yep.
ever win anything again.
So here's the serious question, Dan. The other match
Yeah.
is Keen versus Rain. Does Rain take that?
Oh,
That's a
whoa.
hard one. That could go either way.
Because whoever
Keen's
wins
like-
that plays Flash.
So
Well,
apparently, Chat right now is saying that KT Flash account is supposedly actually Marine King, according to
really?
Huang Sin.
Really?
Yeah, Huang Sin, who is
Yeah.
a player that used to be on my team. He says that account's actually Marine King, but I don't know if
So
that's true or not. But I would not
I
be
don't know,
surprised
GB.
for
A new player.
That's
MKT
like-
would do that too.
That's
Yeah.
incredibly weird to do.
Well, I
but
mean-
which
Yeah,
means that Green King may have done it. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he
Used
just
to be
all he
named
did was
Boxer.
probably make Marines, man. He could still win at Hots with Marines.
Didn't he learn from his Foxer? His Boxer debut.
Oh,
oh yeah,
Oh,
look at him. He's
that's
doing it
true.
again.
He's doing it
What
again.
the hell, man?
He can only take other people's names because he was even like Ellen Page for a while. So even like North American
Yeah.
female actors aren't even safe for Marine King.
Nobody's safe,
Stealing
actually.
No
babes,
one's
man.
safe.
Marine King is the Korean major.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Oh,
That's,
that's
a little scary.
Weird.
He's gonna have an ID called Juan soon. Next GSL, Marine King's changing his ID again, man.
Yeah, that
It's gonna be
is
Juan King, right?
that is pretty scary. So
well,
Dan,
yeah, maybe he just names himself Flash, and then like when he beats Flash in a tournament, everyone's like, "Well, you need your own name," and then they name him Hellback King because he's changed his name.
oh
Yeah.
fucking Dan. All right, Keen versus Rain. Is that an easy match for Rain, Dan?
No. Keen's really good. And Rain, when he loses, it's normally PBT, so
Okay.
it could absolutely go either way. The thing is, how safe is Rain going to open? Because like if you watch his OSL run against Last, it's hilarious because it takes him like 2 to 3 games to figure his opponent out, and then he starts to beat them. But the thing is, this is only a best of 3, so I mean, he's going to have to figure Keen out pretty quickly here and do the right thing.
Well, if it's Flash versus Rain, that's going to be an incredible
That would be great.
round of 24 match. Because the winner, if you win in round of 24, it's Code S, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Is that
it
round
is.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that would be some incredible
Speaking
stuff.
of, hold on, we gotta just point something out here.
What's that? What are we pointing out?
Young Hua versus Creator. Caldor was trying to tell me that Creator was going to smash him, and nope. Young Hua is so good.
Wow, I didn't.
Yes.
Yang Wong versus Leenock for Code S spot is the next
Yeah.
match.
Oh, that'd be good.
I think Young Hua's going to take that.
Man,
Yeah?
all these Code S matches are insane.
He's finally winning things in the GSL.
Yeah, well, he won WCG Korea last year, didn't he?
Yeah,
Young
no,
Hua?
he didn't win. He got second, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he won.
In
He won
the
something.
GSL, yeah.
Yeah,
So he won second.
he like qualified for everything. Like he won qualifiers all over the place.
Okay. Yeah, he looks really good.
Then we've got Effort going through here in bracket 1. He's playing up against Lure. Who's Lure? He beat Jadon
Lure's-
2-1.
He's just a
Not
Protoss
MVP.
that's been around forever. He's good.
Is he a Kespa
Yeah.
player or is he a
He
ESF?
was on OGS before, I believe it was.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember him.
So he's just like a good Protoss. He's like always kind of around like Code A area.
I wonder why that match. Oh, I guess that's just how this is structured. I was wondering why that match hasn't been played yet. But
Yeah.
how is this structured? What the hell? Do they play
No,
one?
it's a funny way that it's done. There's
Are they
more
playing
matches
one
than-
match from each bracket or something? Is that?
What? No. Well, no, they just haven't done a bunch of the brackets yet.
Yeah.
Bracket 3 and 4.
I'm not even
Just
going to try to
wait till
explain or
next week.
understand.
Wait till next week.
It'll be filled out next week. I can look at it.
Yeah.
Then, of course, I guess we can go ahead and just move on to Code S. Last week, after State of the Game, you guys actually, Dan, you went and casted the matches, and we got to see Squirtle put on some incredible matches, but drop out of Code S. So talk to
Dude,
me about
who-
that.
Did you guys see Squirtle on Planet S? Who saw that?
Is that the one where he held?
Oh,
on
is that where he
for the
came
longest
back
time?
after that?
He held on with 90 supply against Max Zerd
Yeah.
for an hour
Yeah,
and a
yeah, I
half.
saw that. I saw that.
Jesus.
I was
That
like, what
was-
the hell?
That was an
God,
incredible
was
game. Yeah.
So
So
rough,
frustrating.
man.
Imagine if you're that good and you're not far behind. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Like, what is Zerd supposed to do?
But it was all
That-
force fields, wasn't it, in that match? Or in
He
that
was
map?
perfect with them. It was the best. Like, he lost, and it was like the best Protoss play I've ever seen. He's so good, and it's so sad to see him fall down like this.
That poor guy, man. I mean, we were sitting on the bench with him between his matches, and he just looked shell-shocked, man. I mean, he had that stare that was like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, I felt so bad for him.
Were the I went to sleep after I guess, the Sulky Squirtle match. What was the Squirtle symbol match even, or was it just a 2-0?
The
I mean, it was
first
2-0,
Squirtle
but-
symbol?
No, the rematch.
First one was
let's
just
see.
destruction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't what you wanted to see. Like, I was really excited going in, and it didn't deliver.
Disappointing.
It's too bad. It's too bad. Marine King in fourth in that group. Was that a big surprise to you, Dan?
No, unfortunately. Like, as much as I'd love to see him win the last Wings of Liberty GSL, he's number one on HOTS, man. You can't do it.
That's true. That's true. Is it a big surprise to you, MOOnGLaDe, to see Sulky and Symbol come out of that? Who did you predicted Squirtle and Sulky? I think that was kind of the general consensus on the show.
I was surprised, especially after watching Symbol versus Squirtle the first match, that he could actually beat Squirtle in the last one. But yeah, it was kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
I guess there was always a chance Symbol could do it. I mean, he is very good. Just I didn't think he was very good against Squirtle or Protoss.
I like Symbol's style against a Protoss like Squirtle, though.
Mm-hmm.
Solid late game macro play is always good against a brainy player. Your brain doesn't get you out of solid macro play, man. There's no way
That's
to.
true. True.
Jesus,
point.
Dan. Well, tonight we were talking about this in the pregame a little bit. Group C. I don't know why I'm just not interested in this group. Maybe I'm just. I never got on aboard the Gumiho train. Everyone.
Well, JP, this is the last stop, man.
Should I get on?
Tonight.
Should I get on? You think is he gonna win this group?
Gumiho is like. Well, the thing is, he like makes his own strats a lot of the time, and he was the best multitasker, probably in the game until Innovation showed up and shit all over his group last week. Like, Gumiho can actually do 5 drops at once and make them all work. Kid is so fast and he's so clever, but I don't think he's coming out of this group. I don't think so.
Who is it then? Curious MC?
Lucira 100% is coming out of this group.
Really?
Ooh, I hope so. I
don't know who else.
He's on fire
really
again,
hard.
man.
Yeah.
It's been a long
I'm so happy
time
to see
since
Lucira up there. He was like one of my favorites back in like 2011. I'm so happy to see him back.
Yeah,
I
and
love his
Nesty
style.
isn't here to knock him out, so I mean, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I've loved Lucira ever since that TLO match. That like, so much skill.
Was that on like
Wait, which-
that desert map? I remember watching like TLO vs Lucira way back.
It was like season 1 of the open seasons, I think, and it was like maybe round 1, and like
2-player map on a desert map. I forget what it was called.
there was they played 2 player maps. I know they played Zelnaga Caverns, but I can't remember the other one.
Yeah.
And, like,
Sands?
Lucira actually showed Lucira showed like God mode play, but Terran was Imba, so it didn't matter. And Tilo was very good, obviously, by the way, but it was like Zerg just didn't know how to deal with the type of play Tilo was bringing to the table. But no, he's great player. I think he's coming right out of that group.
Okay.
Big fan.
So let's do this quick picks. Dan, you say Lucira, and who's your other one?
I have to go MC. He looked too damn good in the round of 32.
I started to say you guys were very giving him a lot of praise in the round of 32 during the cast.
He played so well, but this group is like tough for MC. It's a group he can get out of, but like if you look at the styles of these players, it's going to be tough. MC can't just barge his way around in this group.
No way. Curious is like the cheesiest like ZVPer ever, and he's always got something different doing. He's like a ninja against Protoss. I watch his
That was
style.
the
I'm
X
like,
Factor, man.
how does he always get away with like doing like a Bailing bust or like just this crazy stuff? He's always got something interesting to do against Protoss.
I think he's like the spiritual successor to July Zerg, man. They were on the same team. I think July is like, all right, I'm retiring, man, but I'd like you to just keep playing like I do in my honor.
Yeah.
And Curious is like, all right, but can I make more than 50 drones? And July's like, yeah, I guess so.
he has a sick late game against Protoss too. I must agree. But yeah, I think Curious is definitely the one to beat MC if there is one. Because that guy can just
It's going to be
bust out
interesting.
some random shit.
Go
I think it's going to be.
go ahead, MOOnGLaDe.
sorry.
No,
Onto
go
my
ahead.
prediction. I think it's going to be Curious, and it's going to be Lucira.
Really? See, he's not on the Gumiho board.
Let's have an all Zerg round of 8. Wouldn't that be sick?
Oh,
Whoa.
hooray.
I like Gumi Harry. I think he's a really good player. Like, really good. But I just find him not interesting. I just don't find him like a player that I want to cheer for. No offense.
Well, then you obviously don't like Viking, Hellion, and TBT because
Not at all.
Oh man,
Not at all.
I don't
you
think
are
I can.
missing out.
I'm missing out on that train if that's all he does. 'Cause I don't want to watch this game.
That
Doa,
alone makes me a sick Gumiho fan.
Doa, your
I
two
can't
quick
wait to watch
picks.
these, man. I'm gonna go actually with Lucira Gumiho. I feel like Gumiho is going to beat Lucira actually in their match, but then Lucira is going to come back up and beat whoever he needs to beat to get through.
Well, I think if there's anything to say about Dan's picks in the past, Gumiho won't make it through this group, and I'll have to go with what mOOnGLaDe's saying. Because Dan has a curse. I don't know if you guys knew this, but
Thank you, Dan.
whoever says is going to get through, they won't make it through.
Well, I said Lucira and MC, so
What?
it would be weird if
Wow.
Curious.
What? I thought you said Gumiho.
No, I sang the praise of Gumiho and then said I don't think he's getting out of the group.
Oh.
Yeah.
I believe in Gumiho.
Well, shit. Maybe MC won't make it now, and Gumiho will. Maybe this is all just a counter pick from Dan.
I'm usually bad at this stuff too. So like, what happens if both people that are known for picking wrong like pick different people in the same group?
The fucking universe ends and Nest T wins the final round. Of,
It's like
GSL.
putting a bag of holding,
That's
another
for
bag
Wings
of
of
holding,
Liberty.
man. It's not good.
so let's.
Hey, what about tomorrow's group?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
talk about
So
the
Group
first.
D, Life Parting, the Fart Noise, Zerg, and Roro. Are we gonna? I mean, do you have to pick Life, right?
I wonder.
He has to
gonna
get
be
through
awesome.
this, yeah.
Life a
gonna be
billion
Roro,
%, man.
I mean, he's winning everything.
Yeah, he's sick good, and he's. I
His
love his style.
ZVZ is too good to not get out of this group. He could
Yeah.
leave the game against Parting. Okay, just give Parting the win and start in the loser bracket.
Probably end that
And I
way
think
anyway.
he can still come
Immortal.
through.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I think it's
Uh,
kind of interesting.
I could see Parting not getting out of this group. I could
Yeah?
see it. I love Parting, and I want him to get through so badly because we need some Protosses in that round of it.
Him and
But-
MC are the last Protoss hope right now to get into the
Yeah.
round of 8. So
Yeah,
Roro could make it tough, man. For
yeah,
parting.
he could. He could. And Boom Boom's solid, but I don't think. I think Boom Boom was. I keep knocking that over. Oh my god.
Dan, just
But
stop.
no, I think Boom Boom is outclassed here. But I thought that last round, and then he beat everyone. But it was only just solid play he used.
What did he do in
against-
the last round? Let's see here.
He did like solid play, and
He got out of Group D in first, 4-1.
yeah, it was weird.
Beat Hyun and then 2-1 Squirtle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Were those Squirtle matches as good as they were in the round of 16?
No,
Dan?
no,
Okay.
no, they were not. JP
So
McDonald's.
the real the real question here, Dan, is can these Zergs beat Parting's Immortal play? Have they all learned? Have they watched enough fucking tournament wins from Parting to be able to see? Well, I guess we can.
The thing is, even if you know exactly what to do, he'll still kill you sometimes. He's
Yep.
just like his control's
Nature.
actually that good, his execution is actually that good that I think they needed to go Lennox style against him and just stop at 50 drones. Screw anything more than that and just make units and do the counterattack, kill the Nat, and then come up and hold your natural, give up your third immediately. I think that's how you actually should play against Parting because he's too damn good to hold the third.
You know, I think
Yeah.
that's exactly what Symbol did on Daybreak against Squirtle. If I remember right, Squirtle tried to all in him, and Symbol just stopped at like 50 drones, 53 drones, and just started making units a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well, you have
so
to hit the
gotta do-
counterattack with that, or they outweight you and kill you. But I think that's what needs to go on here.
So this is actually we'll come back to Group D, but I just realized that if Curious and Lucia get out of Group C, 2 Zergs from Group D, we have 6 Zergs in the top 8 and 2 Terrans and no Protoss. Is
a
that
good way to
is that
end
a
the
fitting
Wings of
way to end the Wings of Liberty? Like,
It's a bit poetic. The swarm is coming, man. I guess it's a good segue into the next expansion.
and then Zerg won't even be in like the top 16 once we enter into the first part of the swarm.
Top 32, man.
It's more
It's just gonna be like
oriented than
30
balanced
Terrans and
oriented.
2 Protoss. It'll be Rain and Parting, and that's it. The rest will be Terran.
Yeah,
Exactly.
pretty much. Ironic.
Huh.
Very ironic.
All right, quick picks. mOOnGLaDe, who are your 2 picks from D?
I think Life and Parting. I think Life's going to be Parting, and then Parting's going to pump the other 2. That's going to be over. With
Dope.
Immortal All-Ins.
Doa, your 2 quicks?
My heart wants it to be Life and Parting, but my logic tells me to pick Life and Roro. So I don't think Parting. I think Parting's not gonna have a problem with Boom Boom, but Roro's gonna be an issue.
All right, Dan, who are you cursing?
Well, Life 100% coming out. I think parting barely over Roro. And if Roro got out, I would not be super surprised.
All right. Well, let's see who these people. Okay. So Group C plays D second. So we've already got Innovation and Symbol playing each other, and Sulky and Tasia. I would think Innovation and Sulky win those two matches.
Yeah.
Yep.
Innovation
He's
not
playing
going
too
to
good.
lose to Symbol. It is not going to happen.
Oh, that's
No worries.
right. Did we?
Symbol better come up with some really crazy bailing timings if he wants to take out Innovation.
We
'cause
talked about Innovation last week, right?
he's going to make roaches, and Innovation is going to have milk come out of his nose and get all over his keyboard because it's going to be so
Oh, man.
easy for him.
Can we
Yeah.
just agree that Surge should
Amen.
stop doing roach builds on Icarus? Can we just like
Yeah,
Make that-
I'll agree to
make
that.
that
I'll
rule
go
right
with
now? Yeah.
Well, that
Like,
Marine
he's
King
trying
one
it.
was sick, man. That was a good build.
Oh yeah. But
That was.
they're
All
like,
right.
well, Nest tried it weekend too. No.
Oh yeah, that went well, didn't it? Oh.
Let's not. Just don't even bring it up. Tonight we've got Group C. Tomorrow's going to be Group D, and then that'll be it for the round of 16. When do the quarterfinals start, Dan? Do you know the play dates? Oh, right here on the 22nd
It's
and 21st.
Thursday and Friday each week until the finals, which is Saturday.
Sick. And the finals. Oh wow, the finals are actually going to be like the final week of Wings of Liberty.
Yeah, we timed it
Wow.
just right.
Nice.
Like literally 2 days after
Yeah.
the launch parties, so it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Be good.
Nice. Well, the last bit of tournament stuff to talk about kind of doesn't really have to do with a lot of tournaments, but it is interesting because Blizzard came out the other day and announced that the Heart of the Swarm beta is going to be closing on March 1st. Game comes out March 12th. What do these players practice on for tournaments like MLG? Have you guys heard if they're giving out like a special pro
I doubt
player?
it.
No, all I heard was tournaments will have access to finish up any matches that they need to, but that's it.
Okay, so there's going to be no practice thing going into MLG
Looks like it.
for
Just Wings
for
of
at
Liberty.
least 15 days.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Well, no, not 15 days. No, because the game comes out. So
Oh,
it's
so
like
13
it's more
days.
like
Or
something
12
like
days.
that.
12 days, but regardless.
Which it releases on the 12th or the 11th.
Yes, the 12th.
12.
Okay.
12.
That
Well.
sucks, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to go play Wings during that time. Maybe someone will be really nice and make a use map that is.
I think.
That could be a good idea.
There's-
Don't they already
There,
exist?
there is one, yeah. It's not. I'm sure it hasn't been updated for a long time, but yeah, there
Yeah.
was one for a while, yeah.
Well, I guess just mechanic practice. I mean, you can play Wings, but you could try to keep the same. I don't know. Maybe write down what you're doing, Heart of the Storm, at the end of the beta, and then just practice your mechanics for 2 weeks. I mean, what else can you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
And I mean, you're gonna need practice mechanics because if you don't, you're gonna go into it with no idea and you're gonna feel crap and lose.
It's true.
Yeah. You have to use your brain a lot, watch a lot of odds, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wonder. I guess you have to have online. You have to have the BattleNet servers online to be able to watch HOTS replays, right?
I would think so.
There's no way to watch a HOTS replay unless you're connected to HOTS. Yeah.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that sucks, and that's all there is to it.
It's gonna be really hard. It can make
Huh.
some interesting games. See how players play.
Mm.
But no.
Yeah, Dallas will definitely be an interesting event. How many players have actually confirmed for that? Do you guys know off the top of your head? I guess I can go check Wikipedia real quick.
For Dallas?
Yeah, because some matches have already been played and broadcasted. People have
You
already.
mean how many
qualified.
left over?
No. Like I'm wondering who is actually qualified is what I'm asking.
Oh. Well, I've been watching the matches, so I know some of them, but
Or I can just pull it up here. Let's see. So, Jesus, this is really. All right, here we go. So we've got Parting's in, Heroes in, Innovations in, Last is in, Rain is in, Sase, Baby Knight, Stefano, Bly, and that's where we stand right now.
it's
So
pretty sick.
we don't know. Well, I mean, we know a good amount. Still don't know the two Americans going in the 3 State Illusion Vibe. Idra, no one's actually played from America. I guess they're saving them kind of towards the end, which is interesting because I figured you'd want to. I guess you can start off with a bang, end with a bang, whatever. But all right, so God, they have so many matches each week. This is actually insane.
Yeah, it's pretty nice actually. Get my little fix of watching units interact in funny ways.
All right, well let's stop talking about tournaments. Cut to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will continue our Heart of the Swarm coverage that we were talking about last week until we got interrupted. So do not go anywhere. More State of the Game coming up right after this.